Hello, and welcome back to Factorio. Today, I want to make a bit of progress with the Nauvis defense while ice builds up on Aquilo. So let's start blueprinting. So I want to make something that is easily tileable. The pattern that I'm gonna go with, the defense pattern that I'm gonna go with, is gonna look something along the lines of this. The tile size is gonna be the width of a regular substation. That's gonna be our baseline. And over here, I will use 3 rows of laser turrets with one particular thing that is really worth mentioning, namely the front 2 rows will always focus spitters, because if these ones start focusing on the behemoth biters, the spitters will be able to shoot freely at the back. So yeah, that's not something that I want. What is this one stuck on? Quick look at Nauvis. I won't get distracted, I hope. Yeah, it's just waiting for this thing to deliver. Not this thing. This thing. Why are you stuck here? It is being delivered. It is what it is. Back to this one. I will use flame turrets. So my actual pattern is gonna be half on the left, half on the right. I don't think that's gonna have any sort of negative impact. Now, unfortunately, the underground pipe does not fully reach. So okay, nobody saw anything. Okay, this looks much better. I will place one substation here. It will make sense why I'm placing that substation there in just a second. Now, the tricky part comes with the walls. So as I was mentioning in my, I think still present previous design, I want to use an open wall design. I already have the pattern, some of the pattern here. I will keep the turret pattern as is, but I will change the wall pattern slightly. So I've actually done a few tests. The main thing is the pattern. We have 18, the wire reach is 18, so the pattern, the grid is 18 tiles. Now with the previous pattern, that wall pattern didn't tile, and well, I do not like that. One thing that works really well, as I've tested, is having this interlocked 3x3 walls, something along the lines of, I think, this. The problem with this is that it is not a pattern, unfortunately. It's 3 plus 1 is the repeating pattern, so that's not divisible by 18. And I couldn't find any nice pattern that is divisible by 18, so the way I'm gonna do this, I'll just add the one off tile over here, and I will overimpose I think the way I want to do it is like this. Yes, like this. So I have 4 of these, which is 16, and then just another 2, which takes it up to 18. So this is meant to look something along the lines of this. And this is gonna be the pattern. The tiling pattern that I will be using for walls. Actually, I'll just move everything one tile to the left. Okay, this needs to be here, this needs to be here, and this is correct. Is this correct? Yes, the walls are all the way to the half there, all the way to the half here. So this is going to be the base building block for our pattern, for our defense pattern. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything before I continue. No, this looks correct. Now, a radar should be thrown for good measure every here and there. Although I don't think I want to include a radar in every single cell. So maybe I'll just do that manually afterwards. Okay, so let's go this, and we're gonna have an absolute position so that everywhere we are, we can place a cell and we know it is going to fit the pattern. Now, the width and the height of the grid is 18 by 18. And what I want to do now is I want to get the flag, the center of the blueprint, and I want to tile it on the center of this substation and then remove the substation. Why I want to do this is it's going to be obvious in just a second. Actually, no, this needs to be at 1, yes. And I think this goes down. I think wrong, this goes up to here. So this is a defense line. I'm actually gonna use walls. So let's go create blueprint. This is not gonna be on the grid. Head over back to Vulcanus, and if I did this well, I should be able to just drag this and it will correctly pattern. And more importantly, I should be able to rotate this. Okay, this is not correct. These things do not align here. The turrets need to be properly aligned, which means that we need to revisit and see what is wrong with the pattern. And I think what's wrong is that it needs to be 1 tile lower. Okay, let's take this. Let's create... Is this one already full? Yes, this is full. And that's 1k, so another 2 round and it's gonna finish. I want to create a blueprint book. Not gonna use that one. I'll add that one. I wanted to say I'm gonna add that one in the blueprint book. Can probably trash that one. And now we can head over here and I should be able to just make a small change without too much hassle. So the Y needs to go down by 1 more. Okay, I dropped it over here, so now this should properly meet up in the center. There is a bit more room over here, so this needs to be something like this, but it nicely tiles, which is the important bit. And I've placed a couple of items. Let's see. I don't think this is gonna ever build. How do I want to do this? This, and this over here. What am I doing is gonna be a bit more obvious if it's not already in just a second. Basically what we need to do is we actually need to be able to corner this. It's not always going to be a straight line. And for corners, I've had a pretty long thought on how this is going to work. And well, this is going to be the best I could come up with. So this is gonna be over here. Like this. This is gonna be kind of regardless of what I'm gonna do, this is gonna be a weak point. So I think that the next best thing that I can do is this. I am going to fortify as much as I can of this corner. Let's see if I can do any sort of copy paste here. And again, 4 lines of defense, just like with the other one. Biters should technically not be able to pass through here, but in the editor, the tendency I've seen was not to try to come and go through here, but actually to try to go around it, which was very good because these walls will still get a bit damaged, but over here, basically with this type of wall defense, I threw as much as many biters as I could spawn, behemoth biters, they would not touch the walls, the turrets would not get damaged. Spitters is a different topic. Spitters will damage, will actually destroy some of these, but even with massive amounts of spitters spawned, it's just a small fraction that gets destroyed, which is quite encouraging, I would say. Anyway, let's do this pattern. So everything past the center line gets removed. The center line over here, that is. That's my anchor point. So that one stays. At the end of the episode, I will take this into editor mode and showcase a bit what it can withstand. That's 18 by 18, and I just need to center that. X needs to be negative, but not by this much. Maybe a 6, a 7, yes. And the Y is negative as well, maybe a 5, a 7. Oh, it was a 7. Let's see, this is an... Well, this is a corner. First of all, let's use the wall icon. Second, let's go to the corner icon. I'm just thinking to see if there's any inner versus outer that I can do. Doesn't look like that. So first of all, this matches, and if I've done everything well, everything should match. So this is basically gonna be the smallest defensive unit I can put down. This is again virtually impenetrable. At least that's what I'm hoping. Looks good. I need to come in here and add this into the blueprint book. Defense. Corner. I'll name this outer, because it has an open edge. We're up to 2k. That's a bit faster than I was anticipating. How is this doing? This is fully loaded. Let's head by Vulcanus and do a bit more loading. What do I want from Vulcanus? I want 2000 of those. I want 1000 of those. And I think that's it. I'll get some processing units from Fulgora. So let's do the Fulgora shopping list as well, since I'm here. And where is it? Let's get... $1.2k of those, and This is gonna be quite a tall order, but I should have plenty of everything, I hope. Really trying to think if I'm missing anything. I have those, I have those. Definitely have those. I will need carbon fiber, that's for sure. Am I gonna make this on... Yeah, why not? Let's get a few supercapacitors. I'll just get one rocket stack. I don't need that many. Head back over here. So over here, the idea is that I'm gonna try to replicate the same pattern but in reverse. Albeit this is a bit more awkward to replicate. I'm actually not gonna include a Tesla turret. Maybe like this? There is one thing I need to correct over here. So this connects over here. I'll just connect it like this. It's not the nicest way to drag the power line. Okay, so one big problem here is actually power line. How do I connect the power line? Because I cannot just do this. Can I do? No, because the inner ones are not gonna be powered now. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'll do this and this. And I'll do it like this. That connects, which is nice. I will have to manually intervene for placing pumps. I also need to find the anchor point for this. So the anchor point for this is... Can I have the anchor point over here? I think I should be able to have the anchor point set over there, yes. And it is it 1 off or 2 off? It is 1 off. It's over here, so that should be my anchor point. Let's see if I got things right. something along the lines of this, I think. Center, center. Okay, this looks good. I really hope this looks good. The X needs to be positive by 18, by 19. Yes. The Y is negative. You'd think I'd learn after a while, but no. For some reason, this looks weird. I do think that the anchor point should have been somewhere down there. Maybe. Let's try this one right now. Something's off here, first of all. Okay, that is much better. Okay, it works, but yeah, the anchor point should really be in a different place. But yeah, this is going to be our base building block. This is all you need for a defense. Well, this is pretty much a very late game defense. It has Tesla turrets and whatnot, but the principle stays the same regardless of what you're tiling. The main principle that I chose here, I've shown here, and yeah, that is, first of all, choose the base grid and stick with it. Make sure that everything is within that base grid, within the width of the pattern, and do straight line, inner corners, outer corners. And that's it. Well, speaking of, that is it. I'll trash a bit more of that, because why not? And as they say, let's start filling the holes. Reminds me, this should have been delivered. I kind of need the refined concrete soon. Let's head this over to Fulgora. Get back here and get back to filling holes. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I won't connect. Actually, why not? I should connect this to heat, just so that the heat will start spreading. And this is gonna go all the way over to this thing. I am out of foundation. That is a bit unfortunate. And this requires foundation to build. Again, quite unfortunate, but it should be enough. Which one is this one? This is the... Lithium brine. This is the first one that I'm actually gonna need. Let's see. A few pipes. I'm gonna make use of as many undergrounds as I possibly can, because the heat pipe needs to be able to loop around everything. This is gonna be over here like this. Everything is now powered. Actually, no, that is a very false statement. Everything is not powered. Furthermore, I kind of want the pipe to go on this side of the heat pipe. How's this one doing? It's gonna take quite a while to deliver everything. I might actually get a ship and send it back to Fulgora once I unload a few of the items. But in the meantime, let's keep planning. Let's keep planning. I will need more substations. And by more, I mean a lot more. And I'll actually build... Did I leave all of my iron? Yes, I did. Yes, I have. So power down here will be by big electric poles. What's the wire reach difference? 32 versus 18, so almost double. It's quite substantial. I just need to start getting a few of them. And I actually haven't properly planned my electric grid. In my base design, I'll have to somehow improvise this. Okay, let's start planning a few of the other things. How am I doing with ice platform? Not that much left. We can get a bit more. I don't think that would be that disastrous. Oil. Is required, but it's not a hard must-have. The main reason why it's required is because it needs to balance the ice to ammonia production. So this one over here should be more than enough. All the way up there. Okay. So if that goes that way, let's figure out the heat pipe. Let's put all the connections first. This is not good. I think I'm gonna slightly alter that. The heat pipe needs room to be able to pass through. Okay, that one I can hit from the other side, that's not a problem. Okay, let's see, heat pipe is gonna come through here. Needs to make its way to hit that. It needs to go on the other side to hit the other pipe as well. Can I do a pass over here? Yes, I can. Okay, that's hit. This is hit. Everything over there looks good. Technically, I can steal that one from there. I think this is all hit now. Is this one? Okay, let's not make the same mistake again. There's plenty of room. I do need to unload quite a few things. The nuclear fuel should now be way more than I will ever use. How am I doing with blue circuits? Okay, this looks much more like I would have expected in terms of circuit production. I'm still trashing lots of things. Gears primarily. Where's my LDS? I'm not full of LDS, that's good. And I'm actually gonna draw LDS and blue chips from here to supply Aquilo. Oh, come on. It was the last thing that I needed to drop. I don't really understand this timer, but sure, whatever. I have to figure out what to research next. Actually, let's do a couple of bot speeds. Steel productivity, let's get the atomic bomb out of the way and do a few train researches. Just clean up the menu a bit. Okay, it seems that it's not gonna wait for on the planet to drop items. And for this one, the timer actually goes all the way through. I probably should read a bit on that mechanic. I actually have no idea how that's meant to be working. But guess what? I actually Overshot my inventory limit. Who would have thought? And now my bots are going crazy again. I probably shouldn't have eyeballed how much I'll be able to store and actually look at stack sizes. Okay, was I able to get everything on me? Not yet. This is good. This is much better. So hopefully this means that everything here can now be built. There's not gonna be any sort of power. Just yet, but just to connect to power and make sure that everything works. Let's do that. And these guys are really draining my batteries. Okay, I just want to grab the pipette tool. I hate having like random. Okay, this actually needs heat. Random patches, and this one needs heat as well. Okay, so that's there. This is connection. Probably heat's dropped by quite a bit. I don't know why I still had those there, to be honest, but I did have them there. Okay, so that's one. This is 2 and this is 3. Everything works. We have crude oil mined. I'm thinking one last thing for this episode. Temperature here is more than decent. I will need the fluorine vent over here. This actually needs to not go this way, but needs to go further down, and I think it's gonna take a turn somewhere over here. Okay, oh, this was slightly off. Not that it makes that big of a difference, but it was slightly off. Yeah, so this one goes over here, and then I have one of those, and I will make a turn over here. And this will go down. Maybe something along the lines of that. I'll have to figure out how everything slots in eventually. But in the meantime, I just want to... Hopefully my power is not gonna completely die. It shouldn't completely die. But okay, that's full. This is way more ice than I'm ever gonna use. So let's make a bit of room in my inventory. Actually, before I do that, I do kind of want to tile everything. And I'll probably end this episode like this. How much do I still have? Not a lot. Probably should have gotten... Well, probably. I can go and get more, obviously. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. I'll just get 2k more. The fact that Fulgora has just the one rocket silo is not very helpful. I do have plenty of resources, that is not a problem. What I don't have is a rocket silo. So last thing I'm gonna do here is actually put one of these down. I do have everything in stock, which is really promising. This means I'll be able to ship with 2 rockets fairly soon. This is still quite full, so nothing to worry about there. And I think that the plan is next episode I'll focus on Aquilo. Ah, what do you know, the power did drop below 500 just by expanding over here. Cool. Anyway, of very little consequence. I need way more foundation, but we'll sort that out in the next episode without any sort of issues. We should have plenty of foundation and plenty of spaceship to get that. For now, I actually don't have any resources over here, which is the perfect time to do this. I don't know if I'll need those tanks, but what I do need do these still have water? Yes, they do. what I will need and fairly soon. Oh, come on, start working. There we go, power is back on, everything should be operational. Obviously the power on the other side was cut, but that's not a problem. Yeah, next episode we have set up everything here to be able to build a very nice base. I do have a very fairly well thought, I would say, blueprint, at least in the terms of ease to implement. That's what I'm going to be focusing on next episode, and after that, while things will be crafting here, I will be looking at expanding, finally, the Nauvis defense. Now, I will save this. I always use a backup just in case something goes wrong with my latest save, and let's go into edit mode and test out the defense. So the way I'm actually gonna do this is, first of all, I'm gonna place one of these down, and I will enable global electric network. And let's go find an empty area on the map. Okay, this is fairly empty. I think this is gonna give me plenty of room to test things out. I want to try out... Okay, that was not correct. This looks good. Let's put in the corners, and I do have one inner corner over here. And this is gonna be the fuel provider. So if we advance, I just advanced the game by 1 frame. You can easily do that with the dot key. This means that everything here will get electricity. I'm letting the game run now. There's gonna be some worms. Hitting my turrets, which is not extremely nice of them. Oh, the big problem, I see what I've done there. I put them all under flames, and that's why they were being destroyed that fast. And yeah, the very quick test over here is, first of all, attack on a flat surface. This should be extremely low damage. There has been a bit of damage, which is somewhat surprising, I'll have to admit. I might have done something off with my blueprint now that I look at it. So I might go in and I might have to fix this. the spacing is not correct. The walls are meant to be perpendicular over here, and there shouldn't be a gap like that, so I think I got the spacing of these ones a bit off. So this is meant to be like this. Okay, if that's like that, yeah, this is not right. The main ones should be... Okay, let's try the original one that I've like just shifting off by a bit to have at least most of them perpendicular. Okay, so I said I'm gonna try this one. I'm also gonna shift the last row. This creates a pretty visible vulnerability, but yeah, they are able to just run it down through the middle, which is not good. And the big problem is that the flamethrowers will actually damage my first line of turrets if I do it like this. It's substantially better. And obviously the more I let go in, the better it is gonna become, because the flames will annihilate most of them. But yeah, as I was saying, they will try to go around the corners here. And I'll never actually get these types of attacks. Very low damage in that corner. That's I did change the wall pattern a bit from my tests. I didn't think it will have that big of an impact. Apparently it does. A bit of damage over there. But yeah, this is definitely worse, because there are these straight lines that are gonna just let the biters go as there is no defense, and you can actually see them splitting to go straight for the weak points. So this is definitely not something good, but I'll work out the issue over here. They shouldn't really be touching the turrets. Basically, what you've seen here should happen at the bottom here as well. Maybe the original pattern was just good and I just had a bad run. I'll do one last try. This is my defense. And I also need the corners. Replotted. Make sure that everything is undamaged. I got damage even over there. Crazy. Yeah, they are making it through when they're attacking from below. But it's interesting because when they're attacking from this side, they are barely making a dent. Well, they did make a dent, but Yeah, not as bad as here, like they destroyed almost a full row of turrets. Anyway, I'll figure this out. I think I did manage to find a pattern that was slightly nicer than this one. This S-line here is actually a bit too easy to go through, I think. Anyway, yeah, that's the plan for the next few episodes. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and hope to see you here next time.